Right now, the Public Service Commission is now calling for the review of the national tax regime to help Kenyans cope with the high cost of living caused by new taxes, saying 2/3 of the public servants' payslip is gobbled up by taxes and expenditures, leaving them high and dry. In his submission to the National Dialogue Committee, the PSC chair, Anthony Mushiri, says the situation has led to a surge in psycho support requests from public officers, which catapulted by the astonishing 84% this year. Among some of the notable figures who also presented include the Attorney General Emeritus Amos Wako, who proposed that the IBC servers be opened after every general election to ensure closure after polls. And as KTN's Emmanuel To now reports, the committee now says it is running on empty, depending on a well-to-do financier. Take a look.
The sixth day of marathon oral submissions from the public to the National Dialogue Committee started with a damning disclosure by the Public Service Commission on the effects of the new taxes to the public servants, with the PSC chairperson, Ambassador Anthony Mushiri, telling the committee that public servants had been forced to take only 1/3 of their payslip home after heavy deductions due to the new taxes in place.
Co-chairs the commissioners access to the public service payroll management system, which shows that out of 79,253 public officers in the civil service, 17,132, representing 21.62%, earn less than 1/3 of their basic salary. Additionally, out of 31,892 officers in the prison service, 13,661, which is a 42.8.3%, earn less than 1/3 of their basic salary.
Mushiri revealing that the situation had seen a spike in cases of employees seeking psychosocial support by 84%.
Data held by the State Department for Public Service shows that 12,532 public officers sought psychosocial support in the financial year 2022-23 as compared to 6,616 in the financial year 2018-19. representing an increase of 84%.
PSC is now recommending a review of the new tax measures to cushion Kenyans from the ravaging effects.
Our recommendation was to maybe mitigate, either put the housing levy on the basic salary or progressively increase it.
This session also saw the country's longest-serving Attorney General Amos Wako make his submissions calling for the opening of the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission servers after every presidential polls to ensure openness in the election process.
That a law should be enacted to make servers automatically open and accessible to anyone, that as soon as the presidential elections are declared.
Wako, who was central in the coming up of the 47 counties, courtesy of the 1992 Districts and Provinces Act, also delved into the clamor for additional counties.
If you think that there's a merit in either adding and either reducing, maybe you recommend that the matter be separately handled properly by another body or whatever, people to look into the matter more carefully.
That the reason why we don't have Mwingi County today is not because another person was given a county. It is because somebody slept on their job. The Attorney General did not gazette Mwingi County alongside Tharaka Nithi and Makueni.
And as the committee received views from the public, it also took the opportunity to express its frustration for lack of funding, revealing that it was running at the cost of a well-wisher.
We unfortunately have no facilities. We are here to get a shilling. Even the waters and the conference facilities, we are here courtesy of a well-wisher, one of our civil society organizations that have been meeting the conferencing facility costs, including our teas and light meals when we have a long day like today.
The IBC selection panel was also among those who presented, albeit in camera. The National Dialogue Committee will now be concluding the process of receiving public memoranda and oral submissions, as the Azimio la Umoja One Kenya Coalition and the Kenya Kwanza Alliance are expected to table their memoranda tomorrow. Emmanuel To, KTN News, Bomas, Nairobi.
Meanwhile, governors are calling for radical reforms to